Good evening. Welcome to Modern Spiritualists. I'm Aeson Knight, and sitting down with me is, of course, my co-hostess from Great Britain, the legendary Hazel Firefly. How are you, darling?
I'm okay. I'm bloody cold. Our weather is chaotic at the moment.
Tell me about it. It was 60 degrees this weekend, which
Yeah,
is lovely shorts weather. And right now it is back down to like 33, and we got snow on the ground. And I'm like, I don't know who ordered this from Wally World, but can you please send it back?
I dried because I'm terrible. Like you'll understand. You're a man. All Sean's joggers and his jackets are all Nike,
Uh-huh.
so they can't be put in the tumble dryer.
Mm-hmm.
So the nice bit of weather we get, I peg them out.
Uh-huh.
Well, the first lot dried, the second lot didn't. It come in frozen.
Aw. Hello, Miss Brenda. How are you? It's so nice to see
Oh,
you.
here she comes, the troublemaker.
Yeah, she's wonderful. All right. So the weather's crappy, and we're in this season of love, the lead up to Valentine's Day.
Oh, God.
And you hear this all the time. When am I going to find a man? I have to have a man. I need a man.
Hi,
Caitlin, honey,
Caitlin.
how are you? And, have you ever gotten the message? They don't love themselves, so how can they love anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is so distressing when you say to them, you need to work on yourself. And they're like, I
Right.
already do. But no, you don't.
Right. And they're like, what? I take a bubble bath every week. I have my hair done, my nails done. And I'm like, but you're feeding yourself garbage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay? You're not taking in nutritious food. You're working 16 hours a day. When are you supposed to fit a man in there?
Yeah.
Yep. Aw. Caitlin's so darn tired. What a day. Waiting for
Well,
food to be delivered. She is too tired to cook.
it's my youngest one's birthday today. Seeing my youngest, he's 25. So we
Mhm.
went to McDonald's for dinner.
I went there for breakfast.
There you go.
That's creepy.
There you go. And your breakfast would have
Uh
probably been about the time we were there.
huh. Happy birthday to him. Let's see. I was there about an hour ago.
Oh
Hour
no,
and
it
a half.
would have been earlier than that. We were there.
Hmm. Yeah, because today was my gym day. Because I go to my personal trainer on Mondays before I have the show.
Is Jim a nice looking fella?
Jeff is a lovely looking fellow, my personal
No,
trainer.
I'm on about Jim.
Oh, Jeff? No, it's a torture device center. But it's part of my self care and my self love to go to the gym. My
Yeah,
goal is to hit the gym 3 times a week.
yeah,
I'd prefer to hit it 7. I've wrote 7 in my goal box, but let's be honest. There are times Aeson only gets there twice a week.
yeah, yeah. And 7 ain't healthy for you anyway.
Mm-mm. And that's something Jeff has gotten on to me about. He's
Yeah,
like, you're working out too, especially when I'm like super stress mode.
yeah,
I hit that
yeah,
gym 2 and 3 times a day. Hit the
yeah,
treadmill, flip on the music, and he's like, "You got to back down.
yeah,
You're not going to make any gains here." And I'm like, "What do you mean? You're not going to? People think you got if you go to the gym and you work out 3 to 5 hours a day, 7 days a week, 366 days a year." You're going to be all super thin and super. No, you will not. You will
no,
plateau and be stuck there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I
But
agree with him there.
mhm, and like learning to listen to your body because we get so programmed to
Yeah,
not listen to our body. It is ridiculous. Honey, you will find it if you overdo it at the gym, especially my gym. My gym is very, like, there's a lot of things you can get in trouble with there.
Do you have 24-hour gyms there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anytime, that's the main reason I chose the gym I did was, granted, they don't have a pool or a hot tub, which was one of the amenities I was looking for, but they're 24 hours. So I took that
Yeah.
trade off.
Yeah. Because Sean, he suffers with sleep apnea.
Right.
So he'll go in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
He'll
I
just get
get
up
that.
and, yeah.
Take off. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just send me a text. I've gone to
Right.
the gym.
Right. And it's, for me, it's quiet time.
Yeah.
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 I get physical activity. I get most of my pleasure reading done there because I love my Audible books, and I can just zone out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I learned really quickly that I can't turn my phone off while I'm at the gym, like go into airplane mode, especially if Joe's supposed to pick me up.
Was you in trouble?
So it was a busy day, but it was a gym day, and I was like, I need to go to the gym. We've got 40 different errands to run, and you're supposed to take mom out. So why don't you drop me off at the gym? I'll work out while you're, running her to her doctor's appointment or whatever, and you can pick me up and just text, and he says, okay, it'll be about 2 hours. I'm like, that's wonderful. By hour three, I think he was getting ready to go beat on the door.
Oops.
Because I had silenced all my notifications. Yeah, I missed the one that I'm in the parking lot. And then I missed the one, have they kidnapped you?
Oops.
Mm-hmm. So, and then, people get, I have a wonderful masseuse. I have a membership. He's not that expensive. And I get a massage each week for an hour. This maintains the equipment, i.e.,
Yeah.
my body. Um, and I count that as part of my self love practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, when it becomes, humanly able to enjoy this area that I live in, once a week we hit the woods. Don't call me.
Yeah.
If there's cell service there, you might be able to find me. If not, too bad. And we go swimming. We got to find a winter activity. What's some of your self love activities?
Some of mine are I have my nails done and my eyebrows done.
Uh huh.
But I've started now. This is going to sound totally random. When I'm working, I've been like sat in my office 16 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting in these chairs are no good for you constantly.
Nope.
So I've started getting up now and actually taking breaks and sitting on the sofa.
Oh, goodness.
That's a massive thing for me.
Well, it's a massive thing in general,
Yeah.
you know. And people are like, "What do you mean?" Do you know for 5 years we didn't have a living room
Yeah.
because we didn't
Yeah.
need one. You
And
know,
it do affect your life.
it does. It does. I often say that psychics, we are a lifestyle.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
Working from home is a lifestyle, and change of scenery is highly important. But also, getting things in order for yourself.
Yeah.
And a really big problem I had to get over was what I call guilt spending.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, oh my God, I'm paying $74 every 2 weeks for a trainer for 1 hour to help coach me. Oh my God, I'm spending $54 for a gym membership. Oh my God, I'm spending $125 for a masseuse. Oh my God, I spent $103 on planner supplies that's going to last me, all year to keep my head together. And I would just keep building that guilt up. And I'm like, all right, let's look at this. If let's look at what I drop on Joe. Well, I bought him a Cricut. That's $400. And I bought him every damn supply I could find. We dropped 1,000 guaranteed on that. How many months of self-love was I dealing there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, Shannon. Nice to see you coming in. Grab your cup of coffee. Let's sit down. I hope you're feeling better, honey.
I tell myself now I work 70 plus hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
So if I want to go and spend money on myself, I'm going to do it.
Right.
Because I work bloody damn hard for that.
Right. Well,
and that's what I tell myself.
Well, and you should tell yourself that, but you need to take a reality check. And that reality check needs to be, where are we at? How am I dating myself? Like, I love documentaries. There's certain movies I'm waiting to hit theater. Joe could care a damn bit about them. I'll take myself out on the date.
And Caitlin, you're right. It is a massive struggle.
It is.
Now, with me, I've turned that around. This is going to sound totally random.
Mm-hmm.
I now buy the baby's nappies every week.
Mm-hmm.
Not because I need to, but because I want to.
Right.
Because for me, I felt better knowing that I was investing that money in a little person that was coming behind me.
Right.
And that little person, sooner or later, is going to have to do things for me.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, that was like a circle of things.
Right.
Sounds
glad
strange,
you
I know.
went back to the doctor, Shannon. And it's hard. That's why I had to take a thought here, because I have a question for you. As a professional psychic, will you blink at dropping 4,000 quid on a computer?
No.
Me either. Translated, that's about $3,000 American. Or, if you got to go a new phone, dropping another $4,000. We don't think about it.
No. Because to us, that's a necessity for work.
Exactly. But when we go to buy an office chair, are we not hunting every damn cheap sale there is?
Yeah. It's like now I got an eye test in March. Now I need 3 separate sets of glasses.
Mm-hmm.
One for the computer.
Right.
One for reading my book.
Uh-huh.
And one for driving.
Nope, you need one other pair.
What's the other pair?
Sunglasses.
Now, see, I've done that well. My driving glasses, I had 3 sets of. One normal. One slightly tinted and one very tinted.
Mm-hmm.
So when the sun is beaming over here, I can wear my very tinted because I don't have to wear glasses outside if I don't want to.
Right.
So I've done it that way with my sunglasses.
Right.
But like when I'm in the house, there's no point in having sunglasses.
Right. And I don't know, if you keep going to the sea, I might suggest some diving goggles.
Oh, I love the seaside.
Right.
Brenda? I can read that, you know. We at least have 3 days of sun a year.
You know what? The winter sun has been the worst here. Like this year, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my eyes. They're getting older. I'm getting more aggravated.
Oh, see, Shannon knows what I mean.
Yeah, but this winter sun has been awful. Like I've reached for my sunglasses more for it than I have
Yeah,
for like anything. And I'm like, what the hell? Like in the
yeah.
summer, I take my glasses off, do whatever. But no, I have to have glasses now to drive. And granted, they're all one pair currently. I need to go and see the eye doctor myself.
I went because I took Sean to McDonald's today,
Mm-hmm.
and the winter sun is weird this year. It seems to be bouncing off the road,
Mm-hmm.
so it's worse than a summer sun.
Right.
So I have my visor down, and because I'm so short, I gotta then look underneath it
Uh-huh.
with my sunglasses on as well.
Uh-huh. I mean, it's been terrible. Comparative to the summer, because I was debating about even getting sunglasses this time, and it's like, no, I'm getting sunglasses. I can't see anymore to drive without them. But those are little self-care things that people don't think about. How about
Yeah,
drinking enough water? That's a problem.
I don't drink a lot of water, and I know I should because our water over here has chlorine added to it,
Mm-hmm. And
and
you
it
can
tastes,
smell it.
yeah, yeah, and it is disgusting.
Right. That's why I only drink bottled. Yes, I'm prissy. And what?
I have, do you know, you're saying that I have 2 crates of water
Uh-huh.
delivered every week, so that's 48 bottles, and that's for the bloody cat and dog.
Well, you need to up that order to be yours too. And then this is what I've done. I took a little box, one of those fridge organizers,
Yeah,
and every night for every morning, I put in my 3 bottles of water, my 2 Gatorades, my 2 sodas, and I just shove it in the fridge.
yeah,
You know that 9 times out of 10, I will empty that box.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But if I put just put the bottles of water in the bottom of the fridge like we do, and throw the Gatorade, I'll never touch it.
No. See, with us, because it's so cold now and it will be up until March,
Mm-hmm.
we leave all
Right.
our water outside
Uh-huh.
because then it saves room in the fridge as well.
Right.
I
But no,
think economically,
you're right. Set yourself a goal.
yeah,
And arrange it with the rest of your drinks, like your Diet Pepsi, your Jolo, whatever. Arrange it with the rest of your drinks. That way you can actually see, like, oop, I've not gotten my 2 bottles down
yeah,
today. Let me grab that.
yeah.
Yeah. That's one of my techniques to remind me, oh, you've got to drink some water, big boy.
Big boy, what's going on here?
Oh, please, honey. Like, I weighed in. I'm hitting 250.
Right, I'm rated in my book, Fridge
Uh-huh.
Organisation.
Yes.
Right, I've written it in big letters as well.
Yes. Because that way you can at least get that fluid in you. Because especially when you're reading, we take in so much energy, we've got to flush.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's the first thing that's worked for me. Because I've got the Stanley Cup, I've got the 40-ounce ice waters.
Yeah.
I'll go through one of those a day. And it's like, no, I need more water than that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, other self-care things that people don't even think about. Taking a shower. When you want to take a shower. Not
Yeah.
because you have to go to work or go out, because of course it's winter. So, we sometimes don't go out.
I like working in my pajamas, believe it or
Right.
not.
Right.
Because for me, when I'm at home, it's comfort.
Mm-hmm.
If I want to walk around in my pajamas, I do.
Right. And I think that that's fine as long as you're not living in them.
Through the winter, sometimes I do. Because, with
Yeah.
our weather, it's just
Right.
not worth leaving the house.
Right. But, I started making myself get dressed for work because I was living in pajamas.
Yeah.
Get up, say, and or joggers. Now I have some joggers and I like my joggers, but getting dressed for work changes your mindset.
See, I'll have a shower, then I'll put clean PJs on.
Hmm.
And
Right,
then I'll have a shower before I go to bed and put
right.
new clean ones on. But for me, I didn't feel the benefits of getting dressed every day for work
Hmm. Right, and
because
that's a different mindset.
yeah, because I would have put the same things on, probably leggings and a t-shirt.
Right,
So for me, PJs are just more comfy.
you're right, and that's understandable. I mean, it isn't like you're putting on your business suit every morning.
Oh, good God, no. I
Yeah,
could never.
Can you imagine? Because there are some old mediums that still get up every morning and put on their full dress suit, their blazer and
No,
everything.
no,
Um, I have my black blazer suit if I need to pull it, but I'm not going to wear it when I'm at home.
no,
Yeah,
no, definitely not.
and so there's looking at that. There's looking at also managing your limits.
Yeah.
Like people do not think of energy that they have as self care and managing that self care. They just keep going and going, and oh, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And they just keep going. And Brenda brings up, yeah, spirit will slap you. Spirit will set you back into the hospital real fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's an example. This week I looked at my schedule and said, I don't have time to cook good food. We're not eating fast food out every day. Off to the market I go with a list of like the days of the week I needed meals for.
Yeah.
I didn't go over to the fresh vegetable section. Yes, you can taunt me later about it. I hit the microwave section. Why? Because not everyone in my household is capable of cooking from scratch.
And it's not just that. As long as you've got some veg going in you, it doesn't matter how it's cooked.
Exactly.
That's
You
the
know,
way I look at it. And
so
let's be honest, fresh
hmm
veg goes off so quick.
hmm
It probably works out cheaper in the long run to buy the frozen one.
it does. And and I bought the meals that we never get. Like
Yeah,
there's two of us that eat an average diet.
yeah,
Why am I cooking a pot roast?
yeah,
Why am I cooking I don't cook a big pot roast because that's something that will make four meals one cook
yeah,
between the two of us. Meatloaf is another food we don't get a lot of. Why? Because my meatloaf is 5 pounds when we're done.
yeah.
And I've tried cutting it down and it don't taste the same.
And that's the thing, it's about economizing and less wastage.
Exactly. So I went through. I hit the freezer section. I got a bunch of freezer meals. I brought them home. I organized them. Joe picked out what days he wants the food, and literally they're sitting in my fridge by the day of the week, and the sides are stacked on there. Anybody can do that. Like
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I can teach Vlad to run the microwave, although I think he'd overcook things. But that way, I'm we're still getting quality food into us.
yeah.
We're still getting quality meals together. I'm still getting my nutrition. Actually, I'm getting better nutrition because I looked on the back of the boxes. I'm not even going to hit my calorie count. No. Some weeks aren't cooking meal weeks. Some weeks aren't freezer meal weeks. Some weeks are just microwave weeks.
I batch cook a lot.
Yeah, I do that.
So if you've done a hot pot, you could do that for the busy days
Hmm.
and then
Oh,
pull
yeah.
it out the night before.
Right. Hey, very interesting. I have not tried that yet. Have you tried that?
I've
IV
never heard
fluid?
of it. Never heard
Um,
of it.
it's a drink that's made with sugar and because Shannon can't do artificial sweeteners. Um, she's trying it now. It's called Liquid IV. It's supposedly delicious. While it's expensive, it gets you more hydrated.
So is that like an energy drink then?
Yeah, it's like the Gatorades, except different.
Right. I've just written that down.
Yeah.
Just written that down.
hmm And I think another important thing we should talk about is getting enough sleep. That is an act of self love. But getting
It
enough
is.
sleep for you.
See, sleep is a bad thing when you get to a certain age for a female.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you start going through the change, your body don't need as much sleep.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you wake up a lot more through the night because you don't know if you've peed yourself or if you're having the night sweats.
Right.
So that's the one thing that's changed with me dramatically is sleep.
Right. That's why I say enough sleep for you. Like me, I live on about 4.5 hours sleep.
Yeah.
If I sleep more than 4.5 hours, I feel like shit. Like you stick me in, I program myself to have 8 hours of straight sleep. I'll guarantee you the next day I will feel like crap all day. But if I get that 4.5 hours of golden hour sleep, I'm amazing.
Well, last Friday, I think I got offline about 2:30. I fell
Mm-hmm.
asleep about 3. I was up at 7 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Yeah.
was fine until the following day. That's when it hit me.
Ah, that's when your catch up day was?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I have what I call bifurcated sleep. I get a little sleep here, a little sleep there, but altogether it adds up. Ew, drip drop. Veggie juice. Interesting, interesting. Yeah, we're all discussing like because I've recently fallen in love with the Gatorade Frost Zeros. I don't want the full sugared ones. They've become my new go-to drink.
See, I drink Red Bull.
I've tried them, but I can't stand the um, glycerin taste of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you got them over there. We got the tropical ones and the blueberry ones over here now.
I know. I don't know. I know we got the blueberry. I don't think we've gotten tropical yet.
And they are both sugar free as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Yeah,
drink them.
yeah. Now Techie, he loves the watermelon flavored ones.
Now we don't have them ones over here.
Yeah, it's in a red can and it's very interesting taste. But as soon as I taste that liquid B12 in there and
Yeah.
that golden seal, and it's like, nope. Here you go.
I'll have to see if I can get those ones because I have the B12 injection. I would do anything to have to stop having that.
See, I'm the opposite. If I had my way, I would love if all my medicines were injected. Like just give me one injection that has
No,
all my medicine in it. I don't have to worry about it.
no. Thing is, with the B12, it's not a normal needle.
Right.
It has to be. Now, I don't understand it because I'm not medically trained at all. It
Right.
has to be a wider needle because
Mm-hmm.
the stuff they put in is so thick.
Right.
It's like some sort of acid that they put into you to work.
Right. It has to be able to be absorbed, and it's much thicker than like a normal
Yeah,
solution. Yeah,
yeah.
I've had B12 injections before, And I liked them. Like, I felt wonderful on them. My doctor didn't like me staying on them because, he's like, your B12 is getting a little high. And I'm like, yeah, but the ceilings are clean. The
Yeah.
floors are clean. We're hitting more numbers than we ever hit before.
See, I'm on the B12 jab because of my iron is dangerously low.
Uh-huh.
But as well as taking B12 jab every 8 weeks, I also have to take iron tablets as well to top it up.
And you should be eating chicken livers and spinach.
I eat so much green vegetables. But I only started after having them after having my gallbladder taken out.
Right.
So they think there's a connection there.
Oh, probably.
So,
probably you weren't. When you have your gallbladder removed, you've got to have digestive enzymes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that could cause a B12 lacking. Yeah.
It's interesting how the body works.
Well, it's like if you read any self-help productivity book, there's an item in there I do not agree with. Getting up at 4 a.m. Start your day strong.
No.
It
don't get light till 7 or past 7. There's no point in getting up. If you go to turn your lights on, it's still nighttime.
Right, but how often do you hear this? The early bird gets the worm.
All the time, and that crazes me.
Right. The early bird doesn't get the worm.
No.
First of all, we don't eat worms.
If I wanted a worm, I'd go out the garden and dig it up.
Exactly. Second of all, the birds eat, owls eat all night, and they're on much better food than worms.
That's so true.
So, a lot of people get this self-defeating if they aren't getting up at the crack of freaking dawn or before, or, doing 500 things before the world gets moving. When your body gets into a natural rhythm and you get into naturally loving yourself, you start looking at your behavior and going, what am I getting out of this?
Yeah.
What am I doing here? Yeah, I'm getting up at 4 a.m. I'm running 2 miles. I'm going to the gym for an hour. Then I'm going working an 8-hour workday. Then I've got to get the kids to baseball practice, football practice, soccer practice, cheerleading, piano. But I love myself. No, you don't.
No. You're punishing yourself.
Exactly.
And you're punishing your kids for sending them to all these extra classes after they've been to school all day.
But here in America, that's how they get into college.
Really?
Yeah, extracurricular activities are a big thing here to get them into college.
See, they don't need any of that over here to get into college.
Mm-hmm.
And they only advise over here to do an extra hour after school.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more, they advise is too stressful.
Understandable, but that's a different in culture and parenting too. It's like our schools start here at like 6:45.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Bloody hell.
Yeah. Americans have this really bad habit, and like we're pre-programmed for this, is we have ingrained that you've got to work and be the best, and
right. No, Shannon, we don't. Over here,
you want to address. Make sure to read what Shannon said so that they know what you're talking about.
Yeah, we do. How can I explain this? We do school sports, like the schools have football teams, rugby teams that they play within the county.
Mm-hmm.
but the schools don't profit from it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like over here, everything, how can I explain it? Over here, the government pay for the schooling and for any after school clubs. So it's like,
Really?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, here, our kids sell candy, popcorn, wrapping paper, whatever, to raise money for their after school activities.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the only thing parents have to pay for is like dance classes
Mm-hmm.
or more. Dance classes don't come under education.
Right.
So it's things like that that the parents have to pay for.
Mm-hmm. That's weird.
Yeah,
Well, no, it's not weird. It's better. But, like, literally, if you got two students in this country with a 4.0 grad point average, 1700 STA score, the student that has been in everything known to man, every club, every, student government, all those other things, is the one that gets the approved for college.
see, over here we do scholarships. Do you do them over there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. But over here, scholarships go on just academic skills.
Yeah. Over here, it's on everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think your schools are more sport. You guys over there are more sport orientated completely.
Yeah. I think that this country is, but it's also like our college football teams, our college baseball teams. They bring in great money to the schools.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
like we have none of that. We don't have basketball teams over here.
Right.
We don't have baseball teams.
Right.
You play American rugby over there, don't you? Or is there American football?
It's American football. I wish we played rugby. I would go
Yeah,
and watch rugby.
yeah. Like we've only got in sports like that, ours
Mm-hmm.
are cricket,
Mm-hmm.
rugby, and football.
Well, soccer, football.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Um, I thought y'all had polo, both water and equestrian.
They're a grip. That's for the Royals. They play things like that in the very upper class London schools.
Okay.
That's not like normal working class people.
Okay.
See,
Oh,
that's
congratulations.
see, Brenda knows.
Yeah.
Brenda knows. That's the other thing. We don't have archery. Like we have outside groups that we call them, and I
Mm-hmm.
do. You probably got them over there, like Cubs and Scouts
Right.
and Brownies. That's the only outside groups we have.
Oh, wow. We have a
Yeah.
lot more outside groups. We've got religious groups. We've got archery. Um, we used to have a fencing club. I don't know if they still do or not. That's 20 years ago. Well, more than 20 years ago because I took fencing.
Right. Okay.
Yes, I can live blades fight.
Oh my God. See, why would you even do that?
What, live blade sword fight? It's
No.
fun.
Don't get me wrong, like we've got a lot of outside area so we can walk a lot.
Right.
Like the forest, and
Mm-hmm.
then you got Sandringham up the road. But
Right.
as such as like sports like you guys do, we do none of that.
I know, and I find that interesting.
Because is tennis big over there?
Yes, and golf is getting big too.
Golf, I'd say, is now taking off over here.
Mm-hmm.
Tennis, you only ever see the tennis courts being used when Wimbledon is on.
Really?
Yeah.
Like there was 4 tennis courts at my high school. We had 3 different tennis teams.
Really?
Really? See, again, I think that if the Americans need rugby.
Do you know what? It says it all really, don't it? When I was 8, I started playing rugby in the local boys team.
Uh-huh.
I played all the way up till I was 16.
Uh-huh.
And then I was pulled aside and said, look, it's got to the stage where the boys don't know whether to go for the ball or for you.
Uh-huh.
So I stopped. But I was the first girl to ever play rugby in Cardiff Arms Park before
Really?
it became the Millennium Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, and see, I was the opposite. I was in dance, I was in dance, I was in choir, I was in cheerleading, dance squad, band.
And we have none of that.
Yeah.
It's
Like, y'all guys don't
crazy.
have cheerleading there?
No.
Gods.
No.
And you don't have competitive dance?
We do, but that is where you pay privately, but it's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
I think trying to think, I think a 6-lesson thing isn't even a £300.
6 lessons? That's insane.
And if you got more than one child, that works out bank breaking.
It can be. Yes, it can be. But, I think that those are some of the things you have to look at when you're looking at your own self-love.
Yeah. Do you know what, Brenda? I haven't seen a marching band for about, I'd say, 40 years. We don't have them.
Oh, goodness.
We used to call them jazz bands,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't see them now.
See, we have them here on all levels. Like, we have middle school marching, middle school performance band, high school marching, high school performance band, college, and then, of course, all our services have their own marching band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our services, they do a march on Remembrance Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only time you will see a march. But that
Right.
isn't because, I think that's because they have to, because of it's a Memorial Day.
Right. But I also think that that's all when you begin finding your hobbies.
Yeah.
So I wonder, what British hobbies you learn in school.
Needlework.
Okay.
We done needlework, cooking. This is where it gets discriminatory. The
Uh-huh.
boys done woodwork and metalwork.
Mm-hmm.
That's still the same to these days.
See, I would have been over in the cooking and sewing line. You go weld something.
Yeah. The only time the boys can do cooking
Mm-hmm.
is when they're about 14, they then pick their subjects.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time they can choose cooking, the boys.
That's just weird.
Really is.
Yeah. And then I think that we've desegregated, haven't we, Shannon? When I say desegregated, I'm talking about the boys can't take home economics and girls can't take shop anymore.
Do you want me to tell you something horrendous over here?
Lovely, yes.
The schools over here are massive buildings.
Right.
They're very authentic buildings,
Mm-hmm.
listed so they can't be changed.
Right.
But every school have got 2 separate corridors.
Okay.
One for the English children
Uh-huh.
and one for the children that can't speak English.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Sure. That's insane. I mean, they've got to learn to intermix. That's how you learn different languages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah,
See,
yeah.
it's crazy how things change.
It is. Yeah, you are. You are, but then you also went to a northern school. Yeah.
Are we having a fight?
No, we're having a debate because I maybe you saw this when you went from Wales to UK. Like our school system down here is different than Brenda's school system in the north.
Yeah.
Even though it's the same state, there we are a borderland state.
Right.
So the
Yeah.
north half is northern, the south half is southern,
Yeah.
and the cultures are so different.
Do you know that's one thing I wish they would teach over here is car maintenance.
I think they also need to teach finances.
I was just going to say that, definitely.
And see, that comes into our, not only learning hobbies because you learn them from when you're in school and you build upon them and taking time for those, but also your financial health.
Yeah. Yeah. When I passed my driving test, I've only been driving 10 years.
Wow.
So when I passed my driving test, I phoned the college and said, do you
Mm-hmm.
do basic car maintenance course
Mm-hmm.
for new drivers? And they were like, no. And I was like, why not? That's something you could make a killing on.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was willing to pay money to learn how to do the basics.
Right. Check your oil, know your tire pressure.
Yeah. But now I've learned how to do it through the boys. They taught me how to do it.
Really.
Yeah.
See, I've moved past that stage in my life. I've moved past that stage in my life to where I call roadside assistant. I take it to the garage, figure out what the light is.
See, I've got a mechanic that comes to the house to do that type of things.
Oh, okay.
But things like checking my water, my oil,
Mm-hmm.
my tyre levels,
Mm-hmm.
they don't teach you that sort of stuff when you're learning to drive.
Right.
So I think that should be part of learning to drive, because you can't get a course after you finished your test.
Right.
So that
Right.
should come in safety features with learning to drive.
Right.
So it's just crazy.
Right.
I find driving is a lot of my own self-love.
It is. And finding that relaxation there.
Yeah. When I drive in, I go into my own little world.
Right. Yeah. For me, I flip the music on and forget it.
Yeah. Yeah. See, Caitlin knows. Can you
Yes.
please put your fag in your other hand?
Sure.
Thank you. You was killing our little mascot then?
Please, she smokes more than I do.
Well, look at her. Poor girl. Come and live with Auntie Aeson. She'll look after you.
You take care of the transmissional paperwork to transfer her there. I will ship her to you.
Oh, bless her heart.
Yeah, because we're not reenacting the Australian incident with the Yorkies.
What
Johnny
happened
Depp.
there?
Oh, Johnny Depp's girlfriend sneaked her Yorkies into Australia while he was working on a set, which is a no-no in Australia.
Oops.
Yep.
Oops. See?
Yeah. So I think that, the first steps to self-love is one, taking accountability for where you're at,
Yeah.
setting reasonable goals, and then creating routines. Morning routine, evening routine, night routine, self-care routine. Those are all acts of self-love. If you're,
Yeah.
and people don't like me saying this, if you want your boyfriend to do it for you, you should do it yourself.
See,
Really?
the rabies vaccine is given over here as part of the normal
Right.
vaccinations.
Uh-huh. Yeah. That's like
I don't.
normal. I thought they would need much more like different flea medicines because they don't have the same flea medicine we do. Different things.
I think we use Frontline,
Yeah, that stuff stopped working here years ago. We're on
and
Revolution at this point.
oh God, see,
Yeah.
but yeah, I think self-love is a lot more important than people think.
Yeah.
It really, really is.
Yeah. And getting a handling on that guilt you give yourself.
Yeah,
Because if you say things that you would dump someone to say, if they said them to you, to yourself, you got a problem.
yeah, that's my big thing.
Mm-hmm.
If I always say, treat yourself as you'd like others to treat you,
Yes. And
but
that
some
comes in
people don't understand
conversation.
that.
Well, that even comes in conversation. Like, I get upset when someone calls themselves stupid.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I always get really annoyed when a client says, well, he's not going to come back to me, I'm ugly. And I'm like, but no, you think yourself as ugly, but
Right.
people don't see you as ugly. So you need to change your way of thinking.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes you have to like take a picture of yourself and look at yourself,
Yeah,
and take a hard look in the mirror and not
yeah.
nitpick yourself, but see those wrinkles and gray hairs as evidence of your proof and your growth.
Do you know what? Yeah, I'm a big lady. I've got scars when I've had the kids. I got stretch marks. And
Mm-hmm.
somebody said to me, bring you embarrassed by your body. No, I'm not. My body is my temple. My
Mm-hmm.
body grew two young men that I am so proud of.
Mm-hmm.
Every scar, every stretch mark represents
Mm-hmm.
something that's happened in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm proud of that.
Right.
And people look like, whoa. And it's like, no, I'm proud of my body because I grew two beautiful kids.
Right.
And that is something some people don't have the pleasure of doing.
Right. Well, and it's like people get upset with age.
Do you know what? I'm loving the fact I'm 50.
Uh-huh.
I can get away with my grey hairs now.
Uh-huh.
And people think it's highlights, but it's not. It's natural. But
Right.
for me, I was dreading hitting 50.
Mm-hmm.
It's no different to being 40.
Well, I find it interesting. We celebrate when somebody reaches 50 years of ruling a country. We
Yeah,
celebrate when people have been with a company for 20, 30, 40, 50 years. But we dread when we hit 50. We dread when
yeah,
we hit 60. And it's like, not everyone got to do that.
no, no.
Not, every day is a privilege. Sometimes it's because you're too stubborn and you've like scheduled your life to be long. Sometimes it's, but taking that glory in it.
The thing is, I always say, live for today, because tomorrow is never guaranteed.
True. True. And live with whatever is in front of you and find the high points.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Carol, we're at the top of the hour. What's your week looking like?
Back to my normal hours.
Okay.
Around about 9 a.m. till around about midnight.
Okay.
I will be having my breaks off in the afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be having some hours off Sunday to go and see the baby.
I'm going to be back to my normal midnight to 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I'm not taking a day off this week, but that's just because I've got so many other things going on. Now there is a current sale over on King. You can get me at 15% off my normal rate of $6.99. If you want to go over there and check that out, feel free to do so. I don't know if any of the other platforms are running specials yet. Do you?
I don't think they are. We haven't had any notification.
Right. Now, new customers always get a special. It's either like 3 minutes free or 5 minutes for $1 or 3 questions for $1. So go check that out. Our links are in the description where you can reach us. And with that, guys, we will see you next Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
And 10 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time. I had to think then. I nearly said 8 o'clock.
Yeah. We can't do 8 o'clock. I'm at the gym during that time. You'll catch me on the treadmill.
Oh, the joys.
Yes. All right, guys. You have a great evening. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.